Mimmi from C-Mimmi-O. Welcome to the channel. And today's topic is about building an effective internal communication strategy for a B2B tech company. Internal communication is not just another HR or operations task. It should be the organization's nervous system. It's about how information moves, how alignment happens, how trust is built, how your culture survives growth, how innovation actually emerges inside companies. Communication is not top-down announcements from leadership. It's team-to-team communication, manager-to-employee communication, cross-functional collaboration, conversations in Slack, chats after meetings, discussions around coffee machines. Those informal conversations matter a lot more than most companies actually realize. Because the psychologically safe discussion environments actually create innovation. When people feel heard, respected, and safe to speak openly, ideas connect in new ways. A new business opportunity emerges from those connections. The big mistake of internal communication is treating it like an administrative function. It's actually strategic. Poor internal communication creates confusion, silos, mistrust, duplicated work, disengagement, and slow decision making. Good internal communication, on the other hand, creates alignment, engagement, speed, transparency, and a strong culture. In B2B companies, a strong culture is even more important because the teams are often distributed globally, hybrid or remote, highly specialized, fast-moving, and actually working across multiple departments simultaneously. Engineering needs alignment with sales. Sales needs alignment with product. Product needs alignment with customer success. Leadership needs alignment with everyone. Without strong communication system, the organization becomes fragmented. Internal communication shouldn't be about just top-down leadership broadcasting information downward. It should also be horizontal, peer-to-peer, team-to-team, bottom up. In healthy organizations, communication flows in every direction. Employees should feel safe giving feedback upward. Teams should openly collaborate laterally. Leadership should communicate transparently downward, and that creates psychological safety. Psychological safety is actually directly connected to innovation, trust, and performance. When employees feel safe to speak openly, they share ideas earlier. They raise concerns faster. They collaborate more naturally and solve problems together instead of hiding them. Companies that only optimize for efficiency often accidentally damage this. They overstructure communication, over-control conversations, eliminate informal interaction. Those informal interactions are often where the best ideas happen. If you want to build a strategic foundation, you need to start with clarity. Why are you building an internal communication strategy? What problems are you solving? What business outcomes are you trying to improve? Your goals may include the following: improving transparency, increasing employee engagement, supporting change management, reducing confusion, strengthening company culture, improving collaboration, or accelerating decision making. When you have clear objectives, the next step is the stakeholder analysis. Different groups inside the company need different communication approaches. Executives need strategic visibility. Managers need operational clarity. Developers then may prefer asynchronous communication. Sales teams may need fast real-time updates. Remote employees may need more deliberate inclusion. And global teams may need time zone aware communication structures. Understanding these differences is critical. One communication style will never work for everyone. You need also communication audit. What channels already exist? Which ones actually work? Which ones are completely ignored? Where are the gaps? Where does information get lost? To improve communication, you need to understand the current reality first. The core components of internal communication strategy include 4 core areas. First, message architecture. Not every message is equally important. You need categories. For example, strategic announcements, operational updates, cultural communication, and emergency communication. Each category needs urgency, tone, and distribution methods. Second, you go with channel strategy. Different messages belong in different places. A company-wide strategic update may work best as a leadership video and an internet announcement or a joint meeting. A quick operational updates may work best in Slack or Teams. Crisis communication then may require SMS, email, and direct leadership outreach simultaneously. Third, build content guidelines. Because consistency matters, you need tone of voice, formatting, brand consistency, approval workflows, communication standards. All of these help organizations scale communication effectively. Then fourthly, feedback mechanisms. No communication is complete when a message is sent. It's complete when understanding happens. That means companies need ways to gather feedback, questions, concerns, and employee sentiment continuously. From here, you start turning your strategy into an actual action plan. It's good to have your practical rollout in phases and start with foundation setting. It includes assembling the communication team, choosing tools, defining governance, and creating approval processes. You should also define who owns which channels, who approves messages, how escalation actually works, how communication flows during emergencies. Then you go to phase 2, which is content development. That includes editorial calendars, templates, training, and communication routines. Templates matter more than people realize. That creates consistency and speed. You should not reinvent every internal update from scratch. Phase 3 is launch and optimization. Start small. Pilot. Gather feedback. Refine the process. Then expand. Internal communication should evolve continuously because organizations also evolve continuously. Many companies overcomplicate things when they're choosing the tools and channels. The best communication stack isn't necessarily the most advanced one. It's something that the employees are already using comfortably because familiarity really matters. Ease of use matters. Accessibility matters. For strategic communication, leadership videos, all hands meetings, internet announcements often work well. For operational communication, it's email newsletters, Slack, Teams, project management platforms, and internal wikis that are effective. For cultural communication, social channels, informal video messages, and team spaces help strengthen connection. For emergency communication, you need speed and redundancy. SMS, push notifications, emergency email systems. Leadership calls, multiple channels simultaneously. The key is matching the message to the channel. Not every message deserves an all hands meeting. Not every critical update should disappear into a Slack channel. You should also remember that different people consume information differently. We don't process information the same way. Some people prefer live discussion. Some prefer reading quietly first. Some learn visually. Some prefer audio. Some need time to reflect before responding. That means communication should exist in multiple formats whenever possible. For example, a strategic company update might include, for example, a leadership video, a written summary, a Q&A session, a follow-up documentation. This improves accessibility and comprehension. And it also creates inclusion, especially if you have a global, hybrid, or neurodiverse team. Every communication is about not effective communication isn't about pushing information out. It's about making understanding easier for different kind of people. In B2B companies, communication systems also need to integrate well technically, meaning single sign-on compatibility, integration with HR systems, integration with Microsoft 365 or the Google Workspace, mobile accessibility, analytics capabilities, scalability, security matters. Internal communication often includes sensitive company information and employee data. Especially in Europe, GDPR requirements matter significantly. The companies need clear policies around data handling, retention, privacy, platform security, and analytics also matter. So measure the open rates, engagement, response times, participation, feedback quality, and communication effectiveness trends. Let's go through some best practices. First, use multiple channels intentionally. Different audiences and message types require different approaches. Second, prioritize video communication. Leadership videos create more human connection than text alone. People understand tone, emotion, and nuance better through video. Third, use automation carefully. Automation can improve efficiency, but over-automation can make communication feel cold and corporate. Fourth, maintain authenticity. Employees recognize artificial communication immediately. People want honesty, clarity, and humanity. Fifth, review your strategy regularly. Organizations change, teams grow, tools evolve, communication habits shift. Your communication system needs to evolve too. Here are some common big mistakes. First, you're treating communication as one-way broadcasting. Communication should be about dialogue, not just announcements. 2, overloading employees with information. More communication does not automatically mean better communication. Clarity matters more than volume. 3, ignoring employee feedback. If employees continuously say channels are confusing or messages are unclear, listen. 4, using wrong channels for the wrong messages. Critical information should never rely on one weak communication point. 5, failing to create psychological safety. If employees fear speaking openly, communication becomes performative instead of honest. Internal communication is a cultural infrastructure. It shapes how people work together, how quickly organization adapts, how safe employees feel, how effectively the company innovates. And the best B2B tech companies build environments where communication flows naturally, transparently, and safely in every direction. Because communication is not a top-down function, it's an ecosystem. And when that ecosystem works well, companies become faster, healthier, and more collaborative and more innovative. I wrote a blog post about it. The link is in the description. That's all from me now. Bye.